Live from the Roxy Theater in Central Ohio, it's The Late Stream with Otto Mattak. This is Mr. Strontium along with Hefty Satchel and the OMG Orchestra, inviting you to join us for a spectacular OMG Studios production. Otto's guest tonight is in the title, with musical guests in the description. Now look over there. It's Otto.
Thank you, thank you. Give it up for Hefty Satchel and the OMG Orchestra. How about those guys? Thank you. What a warm reception. Warm and contrived. Thank you. Thank you and welcome to the premiere of The Late Stream. I'm your host, Otto Mattak. I appreciate you tuning in tonight. We've got a great show for you. When we come back from the break, we will be joined by Tammie St Texas, our friend of the show and animal handler. Tonight's guest is Onawhim, that's right, Lady Di, and we will have a musical performance by the Odd Nobles. So stay tuned. We'll be back after these messages.
Somewheres in America.
Attention all units, we have a 13412 in progress at the Slocum's Joe.
Dispatch, please advise, what's a 13412?
It's a baker's dozen. What a swell deal.
Copy that, Adam 24 en route.
Hey Sam, let's let this jack go and get over to Slocum as priority one.
America appreciates its boys with blue, and our boys in blue, they go downright bonkers for a soft but crusty donut. You can get in on these sweet deals at your local Slocum's Joe, but there's a Slocum's Joe around the corner from every American household. So stop on in, night or day, rain or shine. Slocum's Joe is open round the clock, serving up the healthiest breakfast money can buy with our signature 1-pound pastries. Get yourself Colombian coffee, Italian cappuccino, or Mexican espresso, not to mention our flagship donuts. You may say to yourself, a baker's dozen sounds like a steal, and it is, but it's not the only deal that's on the table. For limited time, stop on in and get yourself a piping warm cup of coffee and we'll throw in a jelly-filled donut, all this for $30. That's right, you heard me right, $30. You may say to yourself, hey, I don't want to fight the mob. The Slocum's Joe around the corner from me is always crowded. Fuck that. Our diligent and efficient staff will work their way through the crowd, delivering to each consumer the donut that best suits their needs. It'll give you that spring in your step and enable you to start the day on the right foot. Who could ask for anything more? Just like the song says, right? The Slocum's Joe is always happening. It's a cool joint. Check out this gal at our counter. That's our counter girl and the veritable girl next door. We call her Jenny. One look into her longing eyes and you'll know you're in the right place. And take a look at all these donuts. Cream filled, custard, Boston cream, banana, jelly, joy, granola, gravy. We've got bear claws, eclairs, sweet sticky glaze, powdered, peppered, long johns, bonbons, croutons, you name it, we got it. All this varieties enough to make a man, a woman, boy, or a girl go blind. And look at our menu, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Our full menu would sink the fucking Titanic. Look at these sweet rolls, they remind me of my first gal. And back there, that's our cook, Todd. He's a consummate professional. He sits there and gets real deep in the fryer, you know what I mean? Cooking up just the crispiest yet softest donuts money can afford. But you don't have to be a professional to work at the Slocum's Joe. Every summer we're hiring gals that are just looking for a summer fling, summer gig, summer job. So if you're a gal, come on in. Get through our rigorous interview process, which is comfortable, easy, you'll be in and out, and it's not very invasive. It's a little invasive, but not very. Our interview process is, of course, a behind closed doors kind of event, but our outward doors are always open to the public. Like I says earlier, 24 hours a day, night or shine. So is you looking for a donut? Cause if you is, there's no other place to go. Forget your grocer, forget the old man down the street that hawks candy to kids. That ain't your style. Your style's Slocum's Joe. And if you come in today, be sure and check out our merchandise. We got mugs, we got t-shirts, and check out this pencil skirt. That's gonna look real nice on the wife or the stepdaughter. Damn, look at that ass. So swing on by, you dumbass. Slocum's Joe, you're on the go. There's one place you know to get some dough. Nuts. Fuck you. We'll work on the jingle.
Thank you, Hefty. Thank you. And we are back. Folks, thanks for sticking around. Tonight we got a good show for you, I think. Like I said, we're going to have Lady Di on the show a little later. And before that, we're going to meet a friend of the show. But before we get to any of that, Mr. Strontium, how are you today?
I'm feeling tolerable.
Well, good, good. Now, how's your wife?
Been a bit rigid these days.
Folks, what's her name again?
She doesn't have a name. I just call her wife.
Do you mind if I call her Becky?
I mind an incredible amount. That is a derogatory slur toward white women, and as the most oppressed group on the planet, I don't feel comfortable belittling them. Thank you.
I was not aware of that. I had no idea. Well, anyways, the woman that we cannot call Becky looks to be doing well tonight. Well, Strong, can I ask you, what is it with the mannequins? I don't mean to just come out with it like that, but, you know, ever since I found out that you're staying back there in that trailer, I could not help but notice that many of the mannequins intended for disposal are not in the dumpsters, and they don't get dragged away by the trash men. They're kind of congregating around that trailer.
That's because I rescued them from certain death.
You rescue mannequins?
Yes, they're the perfect friends. They don't talk, and they don't leave.
Man, do you have a psychiatrist? Psychologist? What would you go to for something like that?
Oh, that would be one of the mannequins. He's a psychologist, so I prefer to go to the one who's a psychiatrist because he can actually prescribe drugs.
Did you get your wife out of the dumpster?
No, she came from a different dumpster. She's actually my foreign trophy wife. She's from Japan.
Where is she from?
Japan.
Wow, exotic and new. So, yeah, your trailer though. Just glancing out the back window there. That's quite a setup you've got.
Yes, it's a very impressive trailer, and one day I hope to put a door on it to keep people from invading my privacy like you've apparently done.
Well, it's right out there in the back lot. You can't miss it if you just glance out one of the rear-facing windows. In fact,
I'm sorry.
What?
Do you live in the back lot? Do I come to your house and peek in your windows?
You say you want a door in that trailer. You always struck me as more of the beaded curtain type.
Did you just call me a hippie?
I did not. I wouldn't go that
I
far.
think you did, and that's like one step below communist, and I will not abide such slander.
Do you also take offense to tree hugger?
Absolutely.
Well, what about animal lover? Do you love animals?
Are we talking with or without seasoning?
Oh my, that's a little disturbing considering our upcoming guest. I wanted to have a quick discussion with you about cute furry friends, but look where we've gone.
Furries make me very uncomfortable.
We're gonna turn it over to our first guest tonight, a friend of the show. Strawn, do you remember Tammie St Texas?
Yeah, the girl that works in hair and makeup, the one with the lazy eye.
No, that's Tanya. Forget it. We're going to go ahead and roll some footage she sent in. This is from her latest expedition. Can we go ahead and roll that footage, please?
Tammie and her compatriots venture into the deepest wilds of Southern California in search of the elusive my alert queen in the hopes of giving it a savage ass beating.
All right, in this clip from my new show, shoot, I think I see something. We are slowly coming into the nest of the Mylock Queen. Right now, she can be seen just over yonder. Oh, and there we go. We are now subduing the creature, luring her out of the nest. That way, we can pull her away from the youngins and get her captured there. You'll see my team doing a wonderful job getting the creature wrangled into a non-wooded space so that we can take her down. Slowly we move forward, and down there she goes. We have now captured that Mylark. Wonderful footage. We now inspect the nest, moving in slowly. We can see that she has set up here in a nice suburbia with her family, but we will capture some of the young and bring them back for a breeding program. We have a ranch down in Texas where we like to take some of our more special creatures. You can see that it was quite rainy that day. And here's a close-up of the Mylark that we had captured. Taking some shots there for study later on. And we celebrated that night with some shooters and Texas poker.
Looks like foot massages too.
Yeah, it sure did. But she wearing a nightie. Anyways, folks, I'd like you to welcome to the show, although I caution you not to applaud because we don't want to scare the critters. Welcome, Tammie St Texas. Welcome to the show, Tammie.
It is a pleasure to be here, sir. I have brought some wonderful creatures for everybody to take a gander at.
Excellent, excellent. I'm looking forward to meeting them. I have to ask about that footage. Did you lose any of your men, your scouts, or whatever those gentlemen are?
Oh, those are my unpaid assistants, which like to come along with me on my expeditions, but they are totally safe. We issue these safety gloves here, and they are all properly trained experts. We like to make sure that none of our employees come into any danger whatsoever.
But seriously, how many of them died?
Yeah, I could have sworn I saw a couple of them fall.
No, sir. I believe that was just a gentleman tripping on a log, maybe.
Clumsy buggers, are they?
Well, they have 2 left feet, haha. So we like to say.
Okay.
Except for that one guy that had his leg chopped off.
I did not catch that. I'd have to look at the footage again. Either way, I hope they're all safe. I also have to ask. The last time I saw you do a public event, you weren't wearing the eye patch. Did you lose an eye or something along those lines?
Sir, yes. I had an unfortunate accident with a breadstick at the local Olive Garden. Unfortunately, it was non-animal related.
If I lost an eye, I'd use the hole to hide spare change.
Now, how about this first animal that you want to share with us tonight?
The California hissing cockroach.
Oh, okay.
His name is Dump. That
Dump.
is his name, yes. He is a very sweet, gentle creature, but does get frightened easily.
Does the band need to be quiet?
Yes, sir. He does not like any sudden movements or loud noises.
What about bright lights?
Yeah, because we've got those in spades.
I don't think he has very good eyesight, but he doesn't mind the bright lights. He's a wonderful creature. He's great around children, but he does get lost in the couch cushions.
Does he? Where did you? Good question. Where did you catch that thing?
We actually caught him in the dumpsters.
Okay.
He doesn't like Chinese food.
That's where his name came from. Dump.
Dump it is. Well, Dump is just irresistible. Look at him go. Now,
absolutely irresistible, Dump.
I'd second that. Now I understand. What's your next little friend that you'd like to introduce us to?
Shit, Otto, it's on the floor now.
Can we get a camera on that? Okay.
Let's see if we can get him out of
Down
the
there.
basket over here.
There we
Yeah.
go. There we go.
This is the rare shaved cock. He
Sound
is
like a
from
Cocker Spaniel?
poultice. No, well, he has
What's wrong
bred
with your
with
dog,
Cocker
lady?
Spaniels before, but he is a wonderful little creature. I recommend keeping him outside, but he does like to
I
be
bet.
stroked and petted. He enjoys that very much.
Well, who doesn't?
Well, that's not a rad chicken.
No, sir, that is the rare shaved cock that I discovered myself.
Oh.
Hey, now that you mention it, Otto, yeah, I think it is a red chicken.
But you say you discovered this species yourself.
That is correct. I traverse many different wildlife areas, and I have found numerous creatures that are first time identified by myself truly.
Okay, so then you have the luxury of naming or classifying the species.
That is correct.
Oh.
This is the hypoallergenic shaved cock.
Well, look at him. Now, what else do you have for us over here?
Well, I better put this one back in the basket. The next creature
Sure.
could be very dangerous, and it does like to eat smaller animals such as this. He is a carnivore.
So
Well,
this
I'm
next
touching my
pet
ass over here.
This next pet enjoys a shaved cock. Now, no noise, because this one sounds like a threat. Whoa! Can it get out of that? Can it get out of that cage?
Creeper. He is my personal Mylar pet. He is very intelligent. I would not get too close. He does like to lurk around at night. And
Okay, are we safe? He can't get out of that.
It'll be fine, boss.
Just as long as you don't poke any fingers through that cage there, you should be fine.
Well, oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, this has not happened before.
Okay.
I believe one of my assistants forgot to lock the door, unfortunately.
What's happening over there, Otto?
I'm not sure, Tammie. Are we in danger?
Let's just have everybody remain calm, and I will bring my assistants in, and we will subdue the creature and put poor Creeper back into his cage.
All right. No noise. Can we have silence? Damn it.
Oh,
Who hit?
No.
Oh, God, Otto, why did you startle it?
Stop playing the piano. Who the hell is playing the piano?
All right, now, get him.
We're going to need a shitload of melted butter.
All right.
We need to get down, Straw.
That naughty boy.
No, this is my hiding spot. You go somewhere else.
Get
move
down,
over.
Creeper.
So don't elbow me like that.
All right, enough.
Did you goose me? That thing's dead?
Okay. We are
Yeah,
perfectly
they killed the
safe.
shit out of that thing.
Creeper is just taking a nap. He goes into hibernation like this.
There's a lot of blood on the floor.
We're just going to put him back in the cage here for his own safety.
Okay,
put him in a
Tammie.
pot.
Is that human blood?
Omar, you realize this is going to be an insurance nightmare. You better cut the commercial.
It's Otto. It's Otto, Cat. Okay, folks, we will be back after these brief messages. Thank you, Tammie.
I think I shit my pants.
Friends, I needn't tell you that the latest craze affecting these United States of America is that of the fallout shelter, perhaps the only line of defense between your family and total nuclear annihilation. There's plenty of options on the table and plenty of companies that are offering you protection. But we here at Automatic Games think that it would be wise for you to explore all of your options. To do just that, we're going to turn it over to our friend Miles Upshur from WFUQ News to have a look at just one of those options.
Now let's talk about your life and the life of your family. Our top scientists and government agencies concerned with home defense state flatly that shelter is our best defense against radioactive fallout. These are the facts. Number 1. In a nuclear war, radioactive fallout would threaten more people than either blast or heat. Number 2. Inexpensive home shelters offer the best protection between you and the radiation. Very simply, a fallout shelter could save your life in a nuclear war. This is the reason that the Office of Civil Defense and Mobilization strongly urges that every family build a shelter in its home. They've developed reasonable shelter plans to suit nearly every home, every budget. Mr. Richard Head of the Office of Civil Defense and Mobilization is here on site to talk about such shelters for your homes. Now, Richard, I understand that your office has been hard at work. They're designing and developing these shelters. Now, tell me, are they similarly priced?
No, they vary in cost. Some are as low as $100, and others may cost as much as $2,500.
Do the big Vault-Tec shelters provide more protection?
Not necessarily. Some cost more because they're bigger or fancier or harder to build. The degree of protection depends on the shielding, but all of our shelters provide adequate shielding to protect against death and sickness.
Now, when you talk about shielding, what exactly are you talking about? Is it made of a particular substance that is unattainable?
Concrete, bricks, earth, or sand are some of the cheaper materials, dense enough to give ample protection without taking up too much room. There's about the same amount of shielding effect in 8 inches of concrete as in 12 inches of earth, or 16 inches of books, or 30 inches of wood.
I see.
This is our most popular shelter, a real do-it-yourself kind. It was developed because of its low cost, usually less than $200 for materials, and because of its adaptability to most basements. It can be built bigger or smaller.
That's awfully small. It's just a model, right?
Well, this shelter gives excellent protection. It reduces the radiation to a small fraction of that outside, enough to save your life.
Wow.
This is an above-ground double-wall shelter.
We have settlement builders watching. Could they build this themselves?
I wouldn't advise it unless you're a particularly talented handyman. We recommend this design, especially in areas where water or rock is close to the surface. This is a good shelter anywhere in the country where it's impractical to build an underground shelter. Notice the 2 walls of concrete blocks
I see.
are built apart, actually at least 20 inches, and the space between is filled with sand or gravel. The roof could be either concrete covered with gravel or heavy wooden beams.
Now, how much would this shit set us back, Dick?
The material would cost around $700. Contractors' costs vary in different parts of the country.
Fact.
Now, this next model, the underground concrete shelter, can be built by a contractor for about $1,000 to $1,500. This type of shelter gives almost total protection from radiation. As you can see by these models, each shelter is a closed unit. Your shelter must be enclosed from all directions because the radiation can come at you from all sides.
Sure.
We also recommend that all shelters have a right-angled entrance, since radiation tends to travel in straight lines. This kind of entrance cuts the danger.
Do all of your shelter things offer the same degree of protection?
Well, not the same protection, but they all give adequate protection.
Good.
So do other designs that meet OCDM specifications. Let me demonstrate.
Oh, okay, a demonstration.
This is a radioactive solution.
Fuck
Not
me.
enough to harm us, though.
Oh, good.
Now watch as I place a few drops on this tissue placed on top of the shelter.
Take it easy now.
Now listen as I monitor with this Geiger counter.
Ooh, a Geiger counter.
See, the clicking indicates extensive radiation. Now listen as I put the monitor inside the shelter.
Ooh.
No clicking, no radiation. The point to remember about radiation is this. The more of any kind of shielding, the better the protection.
Are blueprints available for public digestion, Doctor?
Yes, the plans are all included in this booklet, Family Fallout Shelter.
Oh, fun.
A free copy is available to anyone, either through their local civil defense office or by writing Post Office Box, Home Shelter, Battle Creek, Michigan.
Outstanding. Thank you for that fantastic demonstration and for that heads up, Dr. Head. Albeit with models. Well, you've learned the facts. You've learned where to get the necessary information from Dr. Head. Now it's up to you, and every one of you, to do what you can to defend your family from that moment when the Chinese decide to kill us all. Just remember, while fallout shelters are readily available, the accoutrements and knickknacks that one would desire while within are not. They are only available through the Otto Mattak Company out of Columbus, Ohio. So, when you do decide to go underground, take with you those toys to pleasure the children and appliances to distract the wife. This has been Miles Upshore with WFUQ News, now returning you to your regularly... to your... Can we do that again?
No.
We can't, seriously?
No.
Okay.
Jesus.
To your regularly scheduled programming.
Ba, ba, ba. Yep. Gotta love Hefty Satchel and the OMG Orchestra. Thanks for staying with us, folks. Strawn, are you familiar with Princess Di?
Yeah, she's the one that had the car accident, running from all them Frenchmen with the cameras and shit.
Nope, I'm sorry. Lady Di.
Yeah, the one that was married to Prince Charles. I'd have run too if I was married to him.
No, the content creator, our friend.
You know, that wasn't actually an accident. The Queen had her killed.
Strawn, sorry, Di. Strawn, say hello to Onawhim.
Hello, welcome to the show, Onawhim.
Okay, Whoa, what was that audio glitch? Casper, are we okay up there?
Wasn't on my end.
Okay, I guess that was. We'll just blame that on. Okay, with no further ado, Lady Di, welcome to the show. How are you tonight?
Well, Otto, I am doing just peachy keen.
What brought you to YouTube, and when? When did you get on YouTube? What did you start playing first? What led you to do that in the first place?
I started on YouTube, I think, in 2016, but I started on Twitch in 2015. I started with Fallout 4, like in February or March of 2016, I think, and then I went to YouTube a couple months later.
Tell us about some of your crew. Yeah, in terms of Sea of Thieves.
Rob is my RP games, or is my first mate. I guess we have an audio problem there.
Briefly there, yep. That.
Yep.
What's going on up there?
Leave me alone.
Yeah, I think he just purposely showed the YouTube screen. Man,
Yeah.
These guys, don't mess with the control room because they'll get you.
Yeah. They just cut you off, you next thing you know, you're going to be showing, Tom and Jerry cartoons or something.
He was playing Xbox during the, or at least we think he was. He denied it. Yeah. I mean, that's management for you. What can you do?
Not much,
And I've been part of your trusty crew, and
you have. It's
you've had Dawn aboard and multi
Tuda and who else has been on there? Honestly, it's open on. It's always open. Anybody who's not too hard to do. You have to obviously have Sea of Thieves. You have to befriend a person. And one of my requirements, because I do live stream, is that you have to join my Discord channel and have an operational mic. And if you don't have one, I will provide you with one if necessary. So
that's more than fair. That's generous.
Yeah, I have sent out a few microphone headsets.
Wow, we don't, and certainly you have many more viewers than I do. But while we don't get hundreds of viewers per episode or stream, I've noticed the viewers that you have on a very regular basis. They're loyal. There's something to be said for that.
I have a very loyal. I have people that have been with me for 5 years, and they only show up when they're on vacation because they're college students or whatever. And one's about ready to graduate, which is pretty cool. And of course, I probably won't see him ever again because he'll be off working, and why would he have time to watch my live stream? But I've had people coming along for almost 5 years now since I've been on YouTube. And actually, some of them are still there that when I was on Twitch. So what is that? They followed me from Twitch to YouTube, and they just stayed there. So it's a nice little family, and I really enjoy it. I enjoy talking to people who are regulars. That's how you become a moderator on my channel. I wish there was more I could do or offer, but that's pretty much it. So there's days you can come into my live stream and you'll see, everybody has a wrench but you. So, how come I'm not a moderator? You've been here for 5 years? No, then you don't get a wrench. So that's pretty simple.
Well, when people ask me how many mods I'm running on Fallout 4, I say I have about as many mods as Di has mods in her chat.
Yeah, there you go.
It's somewhere around 100 or so.
I have a lot of moderators. I have to admit, I had a real problem with getting I forget what it's called, not spammed, but where a bunch of kids would jump in and just torment your channel.
Yep.
So I don't know. I can't remember what it's called. I'm not young, and so anyway, and I don't do stupid stuff like that. I've pretty much used up all my stupidity. So not true. But anyway,
I wasn't gonna say anything.
But anyway, they came in and just wrecked the stream, and so I had to get more moderators. I used bots for a while. I stopped using the bots because they're more trouble than they're worth. I just actually deleted another one because screw it. It's not,
We sailed together not too long ago, and I did a catastrophic job at trying to captain in the arena. You didn't do nearly as poor a job, I noticed.
I tried.
Yeah,
Not to do a
well,
poor job. I tried to do a good job.
and,
My crew let me down, but that's all right. We still did okay.
well, okay, fair enough. Well, I will let the audience be the judge of that because we're actually going to roll a clip. We have
Uh-oh.
put together a brand new Decisive Blunder episode just for this show. Although I got to tell you, it starts off as a Decisive Blunder, but you'll see we kind of show you the end first just to fulfill the blunder part. But then you'll see, you'll honestly see us performing pretty damn well in evidence of what I said when I tell you, and I mean this, Di did 10, no, more like 20, 30 times better than I did. I got us sunk right out the gate. But rather than talk about that, could we
Twice.
No,
The two times you were capping, you got us sunk within the first minute.
But who's counting? Who's counting?
Yeah, that's
really?
true. Nobody's counting that. That's right. There's
Casper,
video on YouTube about it, though, so you can just go back and watch it.
Casper, do we have that clip?
Don't we always have that clip?
Well, okay. I was just, last time.
But do you have the clip?
Yeah,
Orlando,
the one and only clip.
You never cease to amaze me.
Well, how do you mean that? Now I'm interviewing you. How do you mean that?
What do you mean, what do I mean? How long have we been doing this, and how many times do you ask me?
Do you have the clip ready? And you do. You generally do. Okay. I'm sorry. That was wrong of me. Okay, is it ready? Can we run it?
It's not quite ready. I was actually stalling, so here we go.
With a slight delay.
I told you it wasn't ready.
Of course, it starts me in the hole. Heading up.
Okay. Should have open water.
I'm here.
All right.
This is the wrong one.
There's the chest off our port side. You want anything?
What is it, from 1940?
Right. Yeah, the correct one isn't in Look at this.
I bet you're going to blame this on the producer, too.
You bet your ass I am. Could we get that fixed? I mean, is it possible to get it fixed in the midst of this, or do we have to do some post-editing?
Looks like Otto's going for a chest.
Yeah, I think you're definitely going to have to do some post-editing here.
I'm thinking so, too. Well, that's a shame, and there's that lovely audio bit again. Huh. Stand by, folks. We'll get the right one.
Speaking of, when you guys said something I did, was there like an echo coming back from me or something?
No, it was on. I'm pretty sure it was the fault of Elgato.
Okay, because like right after you said that, I accidentally dropped the tablet, and so I was like, "Shit, is there an echo coming back from it now?"
That's what you're doing up there. You're dropping tablets and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean,
What kind of tablets is he dropping?
I didn't drop it per se. Well, what it is I'm sitting on the couch and I have it sitting on the upper cushion, on the top of the couch with it next to me.
Oh wait, here it is. Here it is.
God, I miss that song.
Salutations, salty slanderers. Automatic here for Automatic Yay. Starboard yield shots.
Yep. Starboard side.
Ouch. They're hitting us with blunder bombs and the waves aren't
We must be
cooperating.
anchored.
I think so. Yep, we are. Raising anchor. We have 1 minute. We're in second place. Blue overtook us right there.
Alright.
But still, we've got 4,100 points.
We are not losing this.
No. We got
Damage! We need all hands on buckets. All hands on buckets. Like, I mean everybody or we lose.
Now everybody buckets.
Everybody.
How many times do we say everybody? And yet everybody's
and nobody
helping.
shows up.
Yeah,
We go
I think we were asking for help from people from other ships. Son of a bitch.
Might have a bit of trouble getting back aboard. I think you guys are blowing past.
Well, this is all from your perspective, Otto. Don't you have to explain what's going on?
Well, I guess all we're showing you now is that we had some good things happening.
Nice.
All of which was ordered by Di. She ordered picking up the chest. She did this. She's on the harpoon here.
Thank you, Captain. Need a hand.
She told me to go aboard this ship. I was actually unwilling to. I cut my cowardice out.
Doing what I can. I got 2 ships here. Doing what I can. Got green.
We're sold. Hell yes.
Excellent. Nice.
I'm gonna stay on the ship and use its cannons real quick.
Yellow is in bad shape off his port quarter, Captain.
And then Di put us into this engagement. That ship on fire. That's us. We did that.
Got port side cannons. Prepare to fire.
Just gotta grab ammo. Nice, Julie.
Fire low and ready.
Boy, we are jockeying with blue for the lead. He's firing his blunderbuss from the quarter deck. Sorry, pal, it's not gonna do it.
It's like every single one of those is connecting.
Nice hits, everyone.
Just about. Yep, keep it up. Who's at the helm keeping those you guys in arc?
Same here, same here.
I think Princess Di.
A little water, but it's not.
That's Lady Di.
That's right,
Should have
Lady
noticed
Di.
the water right there. He ran by and the water was on the lower deck.
Yes. And nobody called for buckets.
I don't think he noticed the water though.
No. No, I don't.
No, that's possible. Yes, I know.
Out of arc.
And we were in the lead.
It's true. And selling
We were
that
in
chest
the lead.
really bought
He's
us
gone.
this
He's
sinking
gone.
anyway.
Thigh high.
Oh, so much is the water.
Yeah, Judah was really good at keeping an eye on the lower levels, and there was I don't guess it wasn't that engagement. There was one engagement where nobody went below, and of course the person at the helm can't see.
That
And,
was the one. Yeah, there was another engagement following that one. We came in on the blue ship. It was the blue ship that ultimately got us. But right there in that clip, you saw us up against the yellow and red ships.
Yep, taking out 2 at once.
Yep, and we prevailed.
We did.
And we
So it
still
happens when
scored
you have a
second.
good crew. Yes, we did.
Oh, no, we were fine. We were under fine stewardship, is what it was.
Well, thank you.
So
Yeah,
I
no,
gotta ask: is there going from the trivial to more serious stuff? If you thought back over your life, and then just one example, can you think of a pivotal moment that changed the trajectory of your life, like a moment you just know changed everything, for better or worse? Up to you.
At the time I did it, or in retrospect?
In retrospect,
Moving to Arizona.
in a good way or not a good way?
Not a good way.
No.
Although I say that, but I haven't moved back to Chicago yet either. So the reason why I left is I couldn't handle the snow and the cold didn't bother me nearly as much. But I had fallen a couple of times
Oh,
and tore up a knee and some other stuff in the snow. And I knew it was going to be getting more difficult for me, obviously, as I get older. So that's one of the reasons I moved out to Arizona. But my partner at the time had family out here, and I have a sister that lives out here. And we thought it'd be a good idea to move out to Arizona. It hasn't worked out quite as well as I had hoped. So,
I'm sorry.
other than
to
the weather's
hear
good.
that.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, I would
So
imagine so. What what pisses people off about you? What have you met more than one person that has cited the same we'll call it a quality that you have, and you've thought to yourself, well, that's what pisses people. That's how I piss people off. Or can you think of anything that
yeah,
you
I'm
do or
blunt.
say? You're blunt. Okay,
I'm very blunt.
I can vouch for that. I can't say it's pissed me off. It's it's
Well,
gotten me
it
off.
pisses off a lot of people, and I have a pretty dry sense of humor because my mom was British, so it's kind of off and off-putting, perhaps. I don't know. And I talk too much, and so I've been told. So more than
What
once.
what pisses Di off?
Politics.
Before I let you go, would you be willing to take part in an automated test?
Sure.
Okay, so you are the authority here. So no answer is wrong. In fact, they're all correct because you're telling us they're correct. Do you believe in Santa Claus?
Yes.
Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, or Bah Humbug?
Who am I speaking to?
That's. I'm going to take that as your answer. That's a good answer. Do you prefer a white Christmas or a warm Christmas?
I prefer a white Christmas.
Okay. How? What do you think of North Pole Toy Factory work conditions? Is Santa a slave driver or is he a magnanimous employer?
The man's a pig.
I'm gonna chalk that down as slave driver then. But it's just elves, folks. Does Santa employ?
Yeah, but where do the elves? Where do the elves go during the off season? Do you think they go down to Mexico or something? No. They're up there slaving away the other 364 days a year, building crap for Santa so he can sell it at Walmart.
So he's kind of one of those guys. As long as he's nice to me,
right?
I'll ignore his crimes. Do you think Santa, to get his job done, does he?
Sort of the same with Obama, you know.
Do you think he relies more on magic or technology?
Oh, it's got to be magic.
I agree. Here's a classic question. What if you don't have a chimney?
UPS.
Is Mrs. Claus subservient or is she pretty much the head of that household?
She's a dictator.
This is a
usually does all the shopping in Paris. You know, it ain't Claus.
This is a controversial one. It gets a little racy here, folks, but I love you all equally. But I've got to ask, are Black Santa and White Santa the same guy? Or are they friendly? Are they enemies?
They're the same guy. It's all depends on your perception.
Wonderful answer. Is eggnog good?
Excellent.
Oh.
As long as you don't know what's in it.
That's more controversial. As long as you don't, and it's extremely controversial. What what happens to children that try to wake up in the middle of the night and spot Santa?
They wind up in labor camps in China.
Last question. Have I been a good boy this year?
Only your Santa knows for sure.
Great answer. Well, I know for sure that you have been an excellent guest. Lady Di, thank you for being on the show. Please come back sometime.
It will be my pleasure. Anytime.
All right. Folks, we will be back after these messages from our sponsors.
In order to showcase some of the best-selling toys on the market today, we took our cameras to the beach to show you both the hula hoop and the frisbee. Jesus! Folks, throw them to each other, please. Not the camera. This equipment's expensive. Now, that's the problem with you kids today. You act like nothing's sacred. My God.
Fuck off.
I tell you what, if you've got kids like this, don't get them the hula hoop or the frisbees. Screw them. Let them buy it themselves.
Go fuck yourself, old man.
Yeah, get out of here. Whammo.
Now, a message from the American Association of Psychology.
Oh, Helen, this was how your day began. It is how every day begins for the deviant teen. Mother desperately trying to rouse you from your slumber. This creates resentment in the family, estrangement, and yes, even murderous thoughts. Pansy has trained herself to plan ahead. She coordinates her outfits to best attract adoration. As usual, your neighbours know that you're late again as you hurry by at your regular dog trot. Pansy's morning routine provides time for a pleasant word with her parents and a healthy breakfast. She's already in the classroom when you arrive. You're late again, and it's far worse than a rut. It's a deviant lifestyle. You're increasingly embarrassed by your messy hair, and look at your fingernails. What a disgrace. You never listen, so you couldn't help but interrupt Pansy and the other girls. What a fool you are. You added nothing to that conversation, and at this rate you'll add nothing to society. Pansy will succeed and you will fail. Now you're alone again, in your messy room, considering the murder of Pansy. Killing her isn't the answer. Bettering yourself is. Cry us a river, Helen, but it's a little late for tears. What you need is a good kick in the ass, perhaps one you should have received long, long ago. I blame the parents.
This message was brought to you by the American Association of Psychology and is an excerpt from the book Get Your Shit Together. Find this title and more at your local library today. And remember, be a pansy, not a Helen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. I gotta say again, it was such an honor having Lady Di on the show. A friend on the seas and a true friend at that. And beyond the seas, of course. Now, if you're thinking about being a guest on the show, go ahead and get in touch with management via Discord, or shoot me a private message and we'll work something out. We'll get people into wardrobe and get your guest appearance recorded. So do not hesitate. We are always looking for more guests, and of course Lady Di is welcome back anytime. We are fortunate to have so many friends of this. What is with the laughter? Really? Okay, folks. What? You know, I understand in the dress rehearsal we didn't have any canned laughter, and so what are we just? Is this? We have opened the proverbial floodgates here, and frankly, it's a little distracting. Can we kill it? Yeah. Can we just kill the laughter? We are fortunate. I don't know. I do not know. We are fortunate to have so many friends of the show dedicate their time and talent to our program. And among them is Odd Noble, certainly a name that many of you out there will recognize. Well, we turned to him to be our musical guest this evening, and I'm pleased to announce he accepted. Stop laughing, for fuck's sake. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce to you the Odd Nobles with Make It Funky. And you always should make it, for fuck's sake, stop laughing. Roll it. Guests of Late Stream travel courtesy of Fairweather Flights. Our ginormous dirigibles offer dining at its finest, carefully prepared by our very own five-star chefs. Take in unparalleled views from the vantage point of our mile-high diner where smart, courteous waitstaff deliver only the highest in quality of culinary delights. Rest comfortably in our temperature-controlled sleeping facilities where you'll find a down blanket on every bunk and a mint on each and every pillow. Engage in mid-flight correspondence via our state-of-the-art radio room. And enjoy peace of mind, knowing that your safety and satisfaction hangs on helium, not hydrogen, and rests in the hands of our highly trained Zeppelin flight crew. When you need to get there by air, it must be fair weather. Fairweather Flights, getting you where you need to go.
Welcome back, folks. You know, I still can't get over that shaved cock that we saw earlier. What a treat. What a treat. Wouldn't you say, Sean?
Oh, yes. I know you're a great appreciator of shaven cock.
Now, how did you, I feel like this has been an excellent show, but I got to ask, what did you
Well,
think
that's
of
your
tonight?
opinion.
Well, and so I feel, as a host, I feel almost entitled to share my opinion. I mean, somebody's got to talk, Listen, what did you think about tonight's monologue? I mean, in comparison to last night's monologue.
Well, it would have been truly remarkable for you to have done any worse than you did last night, so I'd say you improved.
Well, I guess that's fair. I thought it was a dud myself. Not tonight's. Oh, maybe they're all duds, but it's all
Well, no,
relative.
tonight was a dud. Last night was a disaster.
It was. Damn. Why do you do that? You're like the mafia would put people's feet in cement. They give you cement shoes. Why do you gotta be my cement shoes?
Some people like ice cream. Some people like fast cars.
Well,
I like doing this.
Well, I still appreciate you. You are good at what you do, and that's why I'm glad to have you here.
Well, I'm just happy to let you enjoy working with a professional such as myself.
Well, that's awkward. You don't get many compliments from the mannequins, do you?
No, and I don't need to. That's what the voices in my head are for. And on that topic, the voices in my head all got together and we took a vote and we have unanimously decided that you are an asshole.
Well, this asshole needs to sign off. Again, I want to thank Mr. Strontium, but no need to reply to that. And of course, we want to thank Mr. Strontium's wife. Special thanks to Tammie St Texas. We only had to clean up a dead Mirelurk. I'm sorry, a unconscious Mirelurk. Special thanks to our main guest tonight, Onawhim7737, also known as Lady Di and not Princess Di. And of course, we appreciate it anytime the Odd Nobles are here to play us a song. Folks, that's going to do it for me. Again, have an excellent night. Thanks for watching the late stream. Tune in next time where we will have a guest in the title and musical performance in the description.
And now, our national anthem.